I'm Sandip Bhandare, former president of Goa Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and with me in the studio I am having Mr. Yogendra Garg, IRS, who is Principal Commissioner of Center of Excellence, New Delhi. Mr. Garg has been here on a special occasion, and that is the dedication to the nation of the National Museum of Customs and Indirect Taxes. It's said Myra Kalman, the famous American author and illustrator and blogger, said that a visit to the museum is a search for beauty, truth and meaning in life, and please visit the museums as often as you can. And in Goa, this unique museum is the first of its kind. I would request Mr. Garg to shed a few light on this museum and the recent developments that have taken place.
Thank you. In fact, the National Museum of Customs and GST, which the Honorable Union Finance Minister is going to dedicate to the nation tomorrow, is the first museum of its kind in the country. And our effort is to tell the people everybody is a taxpayer, as consumers, as manufacturers, as service providers. So, we want to tell them how and what functions are being performed by the department. So, customs is not only about airport, as people understand, or not only about taxing the imports. It's all about protecting the national heritage, protecting the economic frontiers, protecting the natural heritage, that is the wildlife, and also protecting the society from the menace of drugs. So, how the department functions, how crime happens, how we are chasing them. So, there are stories being told in the museum. On the indirect taxes, from the time we started with salt tax, which was actually an oppressive tax, and Gandhiji protested against that through Dandi March. How the journey from salt tax to GST, which has emerged as a single rock solid tax,
Yes.
and is leading to economic integration and is helpful to both central and state governments.
Yes.
So, that journey we have depicted.
Okay.
And idea is that everybody in the family, every person, every age group in the society should be able to get some knowledge, some education and some fun while visiting the museum.
Yes, yes, yes. I was told that when the museum actually, when it started initially, it had 4 different galleries, but over a period of time I think there has been quite a evolution there, and many more galleries are now presently there. So, could you speak a little bit more about the present galleries and what kind of galleries are there?
So, like you rightly mentioned, actually it started as a local museum, as initiative of the local commissionerate.
Yes.
From that, now actually it's a new avatar of the National Museum.
Yes.
So, we have created now that in all total 8 galleries, and the 2 major divisions, customs and other indirect taxes. And the new galleries on GST, the evolution from salt tax to GST,
I see.
the chasing the smugglers. In fact, there is a new Caesars gallery.
Okay.
And the most important part is that in 2022, when we are opening, we are using technology extensively.
I see.
So, like to give an example, we have Aine Akbari here.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
And
yes.
which is the 3rd volume of Akbarnama,
Yes.
talking about the Akbar administration.
Yes, yes.
So, you can't touch that book.
Correct, correct.
But in our museum, you will be able to see that using technology we have made it possible,
Oh, good.
that you
Oh,
can
good.
turn pages.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I see. I see. Actually, I was coming to that. I think it has got a lot of attractions, but 2 main attractions which are talked about which you started referring about Aine Akbari, and I think it's a handwritten
It's
kind
a
of
handwritten
script.
manuscript.
And also because a special importance, because it also deals with the some of the pages I think deals with the taxation structure. So, that is one thing I think is the prime attraction, and the second I think is the golden statue of Jambala or something. Now, can you tell me a little bit more about both these kind of special attractions?
So, both Aine Akbari original manuscript and the handwritten thing, as I mentioned, is the 3rd volume of Akbarnama.
Yes.
And part of Akbarnama is nothing but Akbar's administration.
Yes.
And taxation is very much a part of the administration.
Yes.
So, how
yes.
taxation was done, etc. is there.
Yes.
So those probably you can read that language,
Yes.
would be
yes.
able to get.
Okay.
But you can have the advantage of going through the pages of Aine Akbari, those handwritten pages.
Correct. Correct.
Jambala you mentioned is one of the proud possessions we have in the museum.
Yes.
It's a gold plated. In fact, ages back, 20 odd years back, when it was seized, that time itself it was worth 1 crore.
Oh God. Oh God. And
And,
I think it was being taken to Nepal, or
Nepal.
something outside the country.
So it was caught in a bus, top of a bus in luggage, which was going to Nepal.
Huh.
But our officers could catch it.
I
And there are
see.
many more such antiquities
Okay.
which were being taken out of
Yes.
country,
Yes.
and which Indian customs has been able to save.
Yes. Yes.
So it's not only about heroic efforts of the department,
Yes.
it's also introducing the general public to the historic heritage we have.
Yes. Yes. No, that really, that brings me to this topic. See, we always say that India has got a huge heritage and a very rich heritage, and much of this heritage, in terms of when if you are looking at symbolic items, or some kind of a material things, is in terms of these paintings, in terms of these statues, in terms of these handwritten manuscripts, etc. And whereas we have always been saying that we should preserve this heritage, smugglers are always thinking of evolving new ways of taking things from here. Of course, it's not just this, but including narcotics and such other things. And department's efforts, and to a great extent I must say department has succeeded in always being one step ahead into these things. And you have exactly a gallery, I think that Witt's gallery or something, which depicts the department, the smugglers' novel ways, and the department how it has been able to catch this kind of this thing. Can you speak a little bit more about this?
So you're talking about our gallery on Battle of Wits.
Battle of Wits. Battle of Wits.
So Battle of Wits is a battle between the smugglers and the departmental officers.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm very happy sharing that we have been a step ahead, in fact most of the times,
Yes.
or catching up very quickly with the smugglers.
Yes.
So
yes.
Battle of Wits actually is our gallery on the pre-liberalization trends of smuggling.
Okay. Okay.
How gold, diamonds, watches,
Yes.
some of the items which are very, very precious in 90s,
Yes.
80s and 90s
Yes.
have been depicted there
Yes.
with actual pictures, with models.
Yes.
And now in the new revamped museum,
Yes.
there's a gallery on the recent seizures also.
Okay. Okay.
And it is surprising
okay.
that what we thought, the trends we thought in terms of gold are over, they are coming back once again.
Correct. Correct.
We can
correct.
see the repetition of similar trends.
I see. I see.
So like people have tried to get gold paste.
Yes.
As
There's a Fiat car, I think, or something.
that
in
is the Battle of Wits.
That is in the Battle of Wits. I think something was there, smuggled, etc. So
But now it has been coming in toothpaste,
Oh, good.
in form of paste,
I see.
and various such trends.
I see.
So it will be an interesting. Maybe people are interested in crime fiction, so maybe they're
Yes.
able to connect.
Yes. 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 And there is also a gallery, if I am right, of the seizures, perhaps, which have been made, particularly these things. That also is now getting updated with the different kind of newer seizures. Or
The newer Caesars, in fact, we have included one Caesar which was made just 2 months ago. And that is one gallery which we plan to keep updated.
okay.
So it is not that if you have visited the museum once,
Yes.
you are done with it.
yes. Yes.
After 3 months, for 4 months, if you
Yes.
visit it, you will
Yes.
find that there's something going to be again
I
a
see.
new there.
I see. I
And
see.
in addition, we want to create a lot of activities inside the museum,
Yes.
so
yes.
that it's an engagement for the entire family.
No, I fully agree with you, because when you have been talking about, and I think this is one of the star attractions of Goa tourism, and we've also been talking, when you talk about Goa, that from the passive tourism, how could you come to active tourism? And I really appreciate the efforts that the department has been taking. One other thing which I have read somewhere, that there are some small maps, etc., and all those kind of this thing written perhaps in this thing, Arabic time, these things, and it depicts the kind of the mathematical I would say the conquering of the mathematical formulas, etc., a long time back. Because at those times there was not really much about this thing. I think there's something of this kind also
so
there.
astronomical and astrological, there's a new section
Yes.
which has been created, which has equipment which was being used in the Middle East
Yes.
for measuring various things,
Yes.
the location of the stars,
Yes.
including location for religious purposes.
Yes.
So that's going to be that. A lot of it is still unexplained because we don't understand the language or there are no manuals for it.
Correct.
But I'm sure the inquisitive minds of the visitors will find
Yes.
answers to that in this era of internet.
Yes. I'm really happy, I started with the quotation that one should visit the museums more often, and I think, not only just the Goans, but I have seen this kind of attraction being there on even the national tourist listings or even international tourists when they visit Goa, one of the star attractions is the museum. You said it's one of its kind. I do wish you all the best, and I do pray that more and more people visit this national museum. On this occasion, if you could give a message to the audience, not just of Goans, but the national and international about this museum in a few words, I'd be very grateful.
So, actually all of us think about taxation as a department which is going to take away money from my pocket, but it's not that. If you visit the National Museum of Customs and GST, which is being named Dharohar, Dharohar means heritage, you will get to know how the officers of customs and GST are trying to protect the nation, protect the society, protect the heritage and protect the natural heritage, the flora, fauna, the wildlife, thus maintaining the biodiversity, and what role has the tax department paid in nation building by economic consolidation. So, it will be a center for activities for the grown ups, for the economists, for the children, for the entire family in fact. So, I would urge that you do visit Dharohar and be benefited by the efforts, and will be looking forward to your feedback. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Garg, and I do hope and pray to see you more often in Goa. Thank you very much.